What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome to week 1 of playoffs of the SPL D League. This week we take on StandardVR, the coach of the Kansas City Kirams, and we're hoping that this week 6 run back is going to go a little bit better and hopefully get us one step closer to finals. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, click the bell so you're notified when new videos are uploaded, and share the video with your friends. Of course, here are the 6 that I'm going to be bringing this week, but if you would like some more details on why I'm bringing what I'm bringing, that will be down in the description below. And of course, huge shoutouts to A12 and Zenkai Boosted for help with prep and mocks, and thank you to Ruppy for the model used in the thumbnail. Without any further ado, let's jump right in. Here we go, first week of playoffs, and we see almost the same 6 as we saw the first time. We actually do see the Hitmontop coming this time instead of Pecharunt, which kind of makes sense. I figured that Pecharunt didn't really do a whole lot the first time around, which makes my my set here a little less viable. But either way, that still is going to block Intimidate from that, so not the worst thing in the world, I suppose, but we are going to be dedicated leading with VOLCARONA. This is interesting. I definitely feel less prepared than what I normally would, and I changed something at the last minute, and now I'm kind of regretting it. I had instead of Deoxys, I had Ogerpon on the team, and I feel like Ogerpon looks really good because it's Terra Water on the Rhyperior, which would have been really nice for me to have that grass coverage. But no Vaporeon, which is good. We do see the Scissor Lead, okay, and so we do get that correct. We wanted to make sure that this thing does not feel safe coming in on this first time, so we should just be able to click a U-turn really quick, and I don't think he's gonna stay in risking he's not gonna stay in risking that, so we get to click U-turn, go out into something else, and not really risk any of that. Yeah, it goes into this. That's totally fine. Probably Assault Vest if I were to guess. That's just my personal guess, but we will see. Yeah, we do have Psychic on this actually, which will be pretty decent, I think, later on. I feel like we could go into this, and that would probably be okay. And then, yeah, because I mean, I don't think you can really stay in on this, because I'm bluffing Psyshock here. I don't want to lose my balloon is the thing, but I really don't think you stay in, and the only thing, if you did stay in, I mean, I'm gonna Volt Switch out. I don't want to stay in on this, so like, unless he Mach Punches, then we're fine. Yeah, unless he Mach Punches, then we're fine, which he could do, but then he risks taking a ton from Psyshock. So yeah, I don't want to. I think we're okay to just Volt on this. Just kind of getting a little bit of chip here and there, just a tiny bit of chip, not a huge amount. But yeah, we'll see what he wants to do. He does switch. So do we see? What do we see? That's Rhyperior. Okay, fair enough. I see you. So this thing is obviously a huge threat. Obviously, it's a massive threat. We can go into this. We do take half from a Megahorn if he decides to go for that. We take a roughly half. We'll see what he wants to do. I imagine he's not going to click Earthquake, I'll tell you that, because he knows we have Balloon. He likely is going to want to break the Balloon, and so that would make sense. And yeah, I don't really get a whole lot on Crown to be able to deal with this, so yeah, we gotta go, and that's fine. So we'll see what he wants to go for here. Lower special attack, that does nothing. Gonna go for that Terra Water. Probably should have thought of that for a second, because water is certainly a bit of an issue We do have lunge on our Arachnid, actually, to lower this thing's attack, which is pretty cool. He actually just hard earthquakes. That's wild. That's wild. Okay, so we could do one of a few things. He probably goes for the water move here, I imagine. So we could do one of a few things. We could go into this, or we could go into this to take the water move. Either way, I feel like me doing this switch was pretty risky, I think, but ultimately I think we'll end up being okay, because once we drop our bug typing, we're gonna be doing just fine on this. It's just a matter of, do we want to risk taking a ground move at this point? I don't know that we do, but we do have the Shucka Berry, so I mean, if we take a water move into an earthquake, I think we would be okay. This is tough. This is tough. All right, let's go into this. Let's go into this. We'll see what he wants to do. Hopefully we don't... He sets rocks. Okay, annoying, but understandable. And luckily we got this in so we can Terra. So we can go for Terra on this. So that's nice. We can go for a lunge at this point, or we can set webs. I'm kind of partial to lunge, just to make this thing do a little bit less and scare it out. I don't think you're going to have anything that's super effective into a pure water Arachnid. That drops our weakness to rock, which is nice. That bug typing just really hurts us. So, but we're gonna get the lunge off. It's weird seeing us be faster. Does a little bit of chip, but we're really here for that attack drop. Just goes for the Stone Edge. Does less than half because of that drop, which is nice. We do see lefties, which is not the best thing in the world, but the thing is, you don't have anything else that really wants to come in on a water move. So, I mean, to me, the switch is going hard into Enamorous to try to bait an attack raise. So I'm gonna click Liquidation. He does switch. If I were him, I would go hard into Enamorous at this point, trying to get the attack raise. No, it's actually this. Okay. Well, we get an attack drop, but we're still hitting with a liquidation. So, I mean, this is still going to do a good chip. This is still going to do a good amount of chip. Yeah, that's a lot of chip. So, we get the defense drop, which isn't terribly crucial at this point. But yeah, that did a ton at -1. That did way more than I expected. Yeah, the thing is, if he lets this go down, then I can set webs basically for free. So that's kind of nice. And if we have webs up, this game becomes a lot easier. Certainly, especially for things like the Roaring Moon. And now with this, if this is gone, I mean, that really opens up my Deoxys. So that would be nice to not have to do as many predictions. So let's go into this. He does switch himself, actually. What do we see? Back into this. Okay, not the best switch for us. But we do have Giga Drain this week, which still isn't going to do a ton, but he does catch our switch, which is you know, good, which is pretty good for him. The only thing, like, he can go for EQ here, and that probably kills. Giga Drain does not kill, I imagine, just because this thing is super bulky. Let's see. Rhyperior. Terra. Water. Yeah, Giga Drain does, like, 35, I think. It doesn't do much. So, we're going to U-turn out. I don't want to deal with this. I imagine you probably now go for the water move. So I think we go hard We probably go hard this, expecting the water move. I imagine that's the case. The other option would be going into the bug, but man, this is tough. I feel like I have to go ting here no matter what I do. But that water move is probably incoming. Yeah, it's probably Terra Blast. But I don't really have a great switch. It's actually Stone Edge and he misses. So we will take that. We will absolutely take that. I'm probably just going to click Ruination because I think I need damage a lot more than I need the EQ. Like I need to do the half that more than I need anything else. So that's what I'm going to click. Megahorn, we should live, I think. Yeah, we do. Cool. And we hit the Ruination. So that takes a good chunk off, which is nice. We're not quite in the range for Giga Drain, but we're getting a lot closer. So that's nice. So let's see. I'm trying to think. I guess he's probably 4 attacks, right? Or no, he's 3 attacks plus 3 attacks plus rocks. So Stone Edge, Megahorn, EQ, Stealth Rocks. So yeah, I mean, right now it's basically go into something on a Megahorn or yeah, I feel like I have to go for the Ruination. He just EQs for the damage, which is fine. So Ting Lu goes down. Unfortunate. He did what he had to do. And yeah, excuse me. Without Pecharunt, it's not as effective in this matchup. That was really there for like Pecharunt and things like that. So yeah, that was tough. Yeah, I'm really regretting not having Ogerpon right now because I had it up to this point and I had it up to the last minute and I would have destroyed this. So that's really unfortunate. I really need more chip. I really need more chip. I don't think this thing gets Lightning Rod anymore, does it? Does this thing have Lightning Rod? It can. I'm gonna go Dragalge here. I have the Shuka. I need to get damage off on this. Dragalge. Yeah, we take like half from this. And Sludge Wave is a roll. Sludge Wave is a roll. Draco always KOs, but he could go hard into... I mean, he could go Enamorous or Scizor is the thing. That's the hard part. Sludge Wave is probably safer, I imagine. Yeah, Sludge Wave's probably safer. Oh, we're just faster. Okay, so it depends on how... Okay, well, this is gone. Okay. We'll take that. He learns that we're specs, I guess, but that's fine. We don't have any speed. That means that he definitely had no speed as well, because I'm only marginally faster naturally. I think it's only like 4 base points or something like that. So, okay, cool. So that's one of the big threats out of the way. I will absolutely take that. So now what do? Do we go into the... Oh no, we're not specs. I keep thinking we're specs. We're not specs. We're Shuka. Yeah, so that's nice being able to get rid of that and keep our Shuka Berry. I don't know what else might want to go for a move like that. Scizor. We can learn if this thing's like Choice Bandit or something, I guess. Draco does like half. Scald could burn. The other thing is we could try to figure out, because I mean he was pads last time on this. My assumption is that he knocks off. That's my guess, because that does over half to Dragalge. It does a lot. I think we flip turn here. It's probably knockoff. It does a lot. But I don't think I have a much better play. The Shuka was really there mainly for Rhyperior, so I think that's okay. I guess it could technically catch like a Roaring Moon randomly, but okay. Calls me going hard into the Volcarona, which is interesting, which I did not do. So, but good to know. He brought that last time, but that did a ton. Dual Wing Beat. Yeah, well, Adamant Choice Band does 67 to 80. I feel like that's what he did. I feel like that's banded damage. But if he's banded, then we're fine. And I just can Fiery Dance here. But I imagine you go hard Hitmontop, right? Because you don't really have a great switch in anymore. Yeah, so I think we just Fiery Dance at this point. And if he goes Hitmontop, then that's a sack, and we might be able to get webs up later on like Enamorus or something. And if that's the case, then we might be in some okay, we might be in okay shape. Yeah, because if we can get webs going, that would be really, really nice. Because I mean that looked like banded damage to me. That's my opinion, and I did face a banded version, and to me it seems a lot more likely that he would be banded if he brought Hitmontop. So that would make sense. He goes Mew, actually. Give me the boost, please. I would love to see a boost. Damage is good. We get the boost. Very good. Very good. That's what we want to see. Lefties. Okay. So we did like 40-ish. Volcarona into a Mew. You're probably max HP. So then at +1... +1, we don't KO. We don't KO here at +1 because we don't have the bug move. But I mean, he's risking me having the bug move at this point. That's a pretty big risk. I mean, and is he really gonna? Well, he's lefties, so he's not gonna be the Meteor Beam set that he was last time. I'm gonna Fire Dance again. We are faster, which is good. Does not quite KO, but we get the boost again. So that's cool. Calm Mind. Okay, fine. Fine with me. Fine with me. I don't understand that play because I could have had Bug Buzz and that probably would have just KO'd at that point. So that's fine. I mean, I just clicked Fire Dance again. There's no reason for me to not click that. Yeah, so +2 is gonna, yeah, so crit, that didn't matter. We get another one. Oh my goodness, that's wild. So we'll take that. So Mew gone. I appreciate that. I really was expecting Mew to be like a naturally Spadef kind of thing, and it ended up not being that. So here's where Bug Buzz would have been nice. We don't see an item proc, so again, Scarf was the prediction on this. At +3, +3 to a Roaring Moon. I'm sure we're doing nothing. I mean, Fire Dance is doing half, but I imagine he's probably Scarf on this. I think we U-turn on the possible Dragon Dance, I guess, just for damage. Nope, just goes for Crunch. We do live it, which is wild. No Flame Body, which is rough, but living that is pretty nice. So, unfortunately having to get rid of the boosts, but I think we'll be okay. And then we go Deoxys here. Because now you're in superpower range for sure, and you didn't bring your Ghost type, which is cool. You did bring your Fairy Flying type, which makes me sad, but that's okay. We can always save it, I suppose. Are you in Ice Beam range is the question. Ice Beam, you are not in Ice Beam range. You are not in Ice Beam range. So, let's see. I think we have to superpower here, as much as I would like to Ice Beam, but Ice Beam just doesn't KO at this point. Yeah, so he does switch. He probably figures out that we're scarfed here by us doing that, and goes hard into this and sacks it. Okay, that means webs are on the table here. That means webs are on the table. So we'll go ahead and take this out, and if we can get webs up, we might have a shot. We might have a shot at this. So he's gonna probably go Scizor here, I imagine. So we'll have to swap. But we probably sack Dragalge, go into Araquanid, set the webs, question mark, profit. We'll see. We'll see what we want to do. But if we can get those webs up, we might be okay. But he's seen that we have superpower, so Ice Beam might be the click next time. We'll just have to see. I would love to get more chip on Moon, but yeah, that's gonna be a little tough. So he probably can guess that I am scarfed, although maybe he just thinks that I'm super bold. I don't know. Yeah, he goes into this. Most likely just goes for Bullet Punch, which is totally fair. I think we could go Galgi and sack it. Trying to think what else, because Volcarona scares this out no matter what. So I don't think I want to go into that. I think Galgi has served its purpose. Deoxys, you can still do things later. So we'll keep you around. Galgi, I think, has done what it needed to do. It dealt with the Rhyperior, which is honestly more than I expected. You also have Lunge. Cool. So that's gone. Totally fine. It did what we needed it to do. So very cool. Lunge makes sense though. I get it. So we can go hard into one of these. I think we go this. His switch in last time ended up not being a switch in, so that was not so great for him. And again, I mean, like, he's got Moon, but he might. I really feel like he's banded. I really think he's banded. So I'm wondering if we U-turn here, predicting something else to come in to take the Fiery Dance. It's tricky between these two, because if I can pop Moon with another hit, well, even Fiery Dance might put it into range, though. Let's click Fiery. Yeah, he's definitely banded. Yeah, so we just need to put this into Ice Beam range. What is that? That is this. Okay. We'll get some chip on this. That is chip. That is chip. Holy cow, that is great chip. Okay, very cool. So, do we keep this around, or has it served its purpose? That's the question. With doing that much damage, I feel like we let this go down, we go into Crown, and then we can Volt Switch. We have the Balloon still, so that covers that. I feel like you're bluffing Scarf at this point. You may or may not have it. I've seen it go either way. He was Expert Belt last time, I think, so that was that, and that ended up being really effective. So I think, man, this is tough. Yeah, he does go for, wow, he goes for the Earth Power knowing that we have a balloon, which is kind of wild. But so now we can go into that for free, I think. And if he is choiced, then he's definitely not staying in. So that's cool. So yeah, we'll go into this. We show our balloon. And here's kind of where the rubber meets the road, right? Because he sees that we're Shuka. So I don't think he stays in to try to hit me with something. So honestly, I feel like hard focus blast might be the play. I think it might be the play because it does a number to Scizor. It probably won't KO, but it does a number to Scizor. Definitely takes out the moon. I think, I mean, Volt Switch is probably safer. Volt Switch is safer. I can, yeah. Volt Switch is safer. Let's play it safe. I want to play aggressive, but yeah, I could have focus blasted there, but I mean, if I missed, then I'm in a bad position, I guess. So we see the moon. Hello, moon. Still not in range, unfortunately. Still not quite in range. But we can go noodle again, I suppose. Trying to think if there's if Araquanid might be better. I just feel like we may not live a crunch. I feel like we may not live a crunch. Crunch does 68 to 81. Well, that's if he's booster. 52 to 62. That's still range. That's still range. But yeah, I don't. Ice Beam is still. It's still just out of range, unfortunately. So I think we have to superpower at this point. But I don't know that I have enough switches to make this work. Because the thing is, if I clicked Ice Beam and caught the Enamorus, we'd be fine. But then I just kind of lose at that point, I think. This is tough. I think we click superpower. Oh, he stays in. We take Moon. All right, Moon's gone. Cool. Moon is gone. We'll take that. We will absolutely take that. Very cool. So we show off the scarf if he was scarfed. So we kind of were we were acting like it. We were kind of telegraphing it. I don't know if he maybe thought that we were bluffing because yeah, I had considered doing that. But Scizor comes back in at this point. Yeah, Scizor makes sense. And I can't stay in. So I guess, well, I mean, this beats Enamorus now. Because Enamorus has taken enough. So I think we go into this now. And get Chip. And then... yeah, because he can't lock into something that's going to do enough, I think, to everything. Because if he goes dual Wing Beat, then that's what takes the... well, dual Wing Beat's probably not his click now, but either way, I think we go into this because we don't need the balloon anymore. Because Deoxys beats Enamorus now. So we're going to go into this. We don't need the balloon anymore. We see what he wants to lock himself into. It is Lunge. That is a lot of damage. Gets the attack drop, not that we care. Air Balloon pops, that's fine. To a Choice Banded Scizor. I mean, Focus Blast does the most, but we're risking missing. Tachyon does the next most. It does 30 to 36. The only thing... oh, man. So how much does... honestly, I think I'm at the point where I think because of these ranges, I have to risk the Focus Blast. I don't think that I do enough damage to get it chipped to where I need it if I go for Tachyon. I think I have to go for the Focus. And I miss. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. So yeah, we're gonna, of course, we're gonna get eliminated off of accuracy. That sounds about right. I'm telling you guys, our luck never changes around here. Our luck absolutely never changes. It's always bad. Yeah, so I think that's GG at this point because superpower doesn't do nearly enough. We needed that in order to get it in range. I think this just OHKOs the rest of my team now. Yeah, that's it. That's game, I think. I don't think that we live a banded hit. I don't think we live. I think we completely perish here. So yeah, I think that's it. The focus blast miss mattered because what I could have done was I could have gone into Deoxys next and then into this, and I would have been fine. But yeah, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. So that's what happens every time. We always get the bad luck. So it is what it is. What I have to do is go for Ice Beam and just freeze him for the rest of eternity. Yeah, so, and that's not happening. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, this is over. GG's to standard. First time we lost, it was to my own stupidity, and this time it was to bad luck. So I mean, I don't expect anything different around here. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching my run. I appreciate you all coming with me on the SPL journey. Thank you to Shuckle King for the invite, and we had a good time. Of course, we all knew that it would come down to bad luck in the end, because that's how all my runs end up ending. But either way, we had a lot of fun. We had a fun team. Got to try some new stuff, and ultimately it was a really good time. So make sure to check out all of the coaches down below. Make sure to see where they are all headed afterwards, and make sure, of course, to follow Standard as he continues up the bracket. So without anything else, I thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye bye.